What's happening, guys? It's Rafael at Top Collectibles, and today's we are talking Destined Rivals. It is the talk of the week, of the month, because Destined Rivals seems to be having a run, unstoppable run, and it just keeps going and it keeps changing people's perspective. I have my takes on Destined Rivals. I did pick up a couple boxes, not at the current $320 price point, but around the $200 price point, and I have a couple of them here, and they came a little bit damaged. As you can see right there's a big ding, and here it is dent as well. It's got a cut on the bottom. My second one also came in damaged. It's got a cut and dings right there. It's got a like trees, so it seems like it got crushed from the top. I am not gonna put the shop that I bought these from on blast because they did refund me, or a partial refund on the damage of these boxes. I bought several at the $200-$210 price point, and I felt confident paying $200 or $210 for a set like Destined Rivals. I've been talking about this before, and I've said it before. When you remove 151 Prismatic Evolutions and Paldean Fates out of the equation as specialty sets, when you remove those, you have Destined Rivals, Surging Sparks, Paldea Evolved, and probably Twilight at number 4. That's the order, right, of the best non-specialty sets. Destined Rivals is better than Surging. Surging's got the Pikachu, Latios, and Latios. The Pikachu has been crashing in price for the longest time. I don't think it's going to fill the shoes for the best set of non-specialty sets. Paldea Evolved's got that magic card. It's got a couple other cards in there. It's going out of rotation in March. I still think that Destined Rivals is a better set, and better set than Twilight, of course. Destined Rivals is the Team Rocket set that we've been talking about for years. Has it been a year? Probably a year and a half ago. Destined Rivals has been hyped up for so long, and a lot of investors with deep pockets know that the Destined Rivals is just going to be one of the best sets of the era. And because they know this, they're willing to buy and hold a lot of seal cases and a lot of booster boxes for the long term, because they see and they foresee the potential of these boxes, and that is causing what you're seeing right now. That combined with the fact that Pokemon Company is not printing a ton of them, and they won't print a ton of them because it is a booster box. A lot of people out in the PokeTuber community is talking about saying that these booster boxes will be MSRP again because it's just it's a 2-month-old set. While I agree that the boxes may come down in price in the future, I don't see Pokemon Company printing so much of them to bring them down to $150 MSRP price point. That would be a 50% drop from the current $320 price point that it is right now. Now, that said, I am not buying Destined Rivals at $320, and there's a couple of reasons why. And I think I'm going to show you the data here and why I believe you shouldn't either. But you let me know your thoughts. This is my personal opinion and why I believe Destined Rivals, especially because it's a 2-month-old set. So let's dive into it. All right, here it is. $320 for a booster box, a set that's 2-month-old, guys. Destined Rivals has done freaking crazy increases in prices. 26% in the last month, 17% in the last 3 months, and of course we don't have data for 6 months because it's only a 2-month-old set. There is about 518 boxes available on TCG Player. I know there is more on eBay, there's more in other marketplaces. TCG Player is just the easiest one to it's the biggest and the easiest to just look at data, and then you can assume the rest. So $320. When you look at what you have available, one thing I did find very interesting about this booster box, aside from the massive increases in price that we've seen, is the fact that, okay, so there was one right here. There's one card shop that is holding 218 boxes of Destined Rivals at $325, right? Now remember, 518 is the current quantity, supply available. This shop, this person or group of people are holding 218 of them. That is 40 to 45% of the total inventory available. That screams risk. That screams potential hold, potential big whale manipulation in the future to come. So I don't want to this is all speculation, right? But if I were them holding that many boxes, right, depending on what price point I got them on, more than likely if they have a shop, they got them at $150, $160 or $100 from distro, and they're holding them, right? That's usually I think it's $100 to $120 from distro if they bought them at release. They're holding them, they're coming out pretty well. Like 200 boxes, they're making, I don't know, $150 profit on each box if they were to dump them into the market today. The problem is that if they do that at a cheaper price than what the current market is, you run into an issue where you are going to crash, and by the time you sell through all of them, you're going to crash the price down. So it's better to always hold them and release them as the time goes by. So that's what I see with the booster box. Now, when we look at the price point per pack, right, it's very interesting to see because a single pack of Destined Rivals is $8.24, and it's selling. It's selling a lot of them. People are buying, 16, 53, 145 packs a couple days ago, 200, now in 3 days, people are buying 214 at these $8.20 per pack, right? When you look at the booster bundle, very interesting is that the booster bundle is $47, right? So if you do quick math here, $47 divided by 6 packs of the booster bundle, that is $7.80 per pack. That booster bundle right now is a cheaper price per pack point than the single packs. And normally it's the other way around because it's a sealed product. It should have a sealed product premium on top. But this is probably relative to the fact that we have seen bundles at your local Walmart and Targets in the last couple of weeks. So there's a lot of people selling. There is about 1,200 bundles available. And usually a lot of people know that when Pokemon Company reprints a set, it's booster bundles, it's collection boxes, it's the easier sleep packs, it's the easier things for them to make and quickly put into the market. The Boba Fett, it's going for $5. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because we're going to deduct it from the total price of the ETB. So the ETB comes with a Boba Fett promo. And the ETB is hovering around $88 right now. We have 74 plus shipping. Yeah, it seems to be in the $88. There's 300 ETBs available. It has seen a decrease in price from an all-time high of $120 at release. But when you grab the $88, you subtract the Boba Fett, $5. It gives you 83 divided by 9 packs on this ETB. You're at $9.20. That to me, it's somewhat normal because you have a premium. It's an item. It's a collectible item. A lot of people collect these, and Pokemon Company usually doesn't reprint a ton of them if they do ever reprint them, right? So $9.20 obviously gives you a premium on top of the $8 that you can pick up here. This one doesn't really make sense because there's a lot of it in the market right now. And so right now it's a good time to be picking these up if you are willing to get into any Destined Rivals at all. When we look at the booster box, that like I said, $320 price point, you grab, let's say, let's look at last sold actually. Let's see. So people are paying. Okay, so somebody paid $313, $317, $390. Okay, so let's call it $315 from the actual sales. So when you grab the $315 that people are paying for this booster box, and when you divide it by the 36 packs that it comes with, you're at $875. That is less price per pack than the ETB. And the booster box is usually a more sought after product. It's more a highly collectible product. That combined with the fact that it's a 2-month-old set. That combined with the fact that somebody's holding 45% of the total quantity available, and it has run up so much in the last month to 3 months. This just screams to me that a lot of deep pocket whales know what this set is going to do in the future, and they are holding a lot of their product. My assumption is that a lot of people in shops that foresee this, people that have distribution access, got their allocations and only sold through a couple cases. Put the grand majority aside in the back of the warehouse or the shop or whatever, because there's not that many available to be purchased right now. Only 500, and out of those 500, like I said, 45% is being held by a shop. So, am I picking up Destined Rivals at $320? No. Did I pick them up at $250? No. $210, I think, was a good point to be at for Destined Rivals. I picked up a couple at MSRP at release, $161. You should be doing that for every set. If you are wanting to pick up booster boxes, your best bet is to go to your local card shop, ask them for a pre-order and what the price point is, and pre-order at MSRP, right? You may only get one, but that one will do just fine for any new release. I am doing it for the Mega Evolutions to come, and you should as well. Now, there is a potential for this booster box to continue to go higher from here. There is a chance that even though it's a 2-month-old, and it's crazy to say, but you gotta be open to the possibility. The Pokemon Company is not looking to reprint this anytime soon. They got the Mega Evolution coming. They got Prismatic Evolution. They continue to print. They got Surging Spark bundles that they're throwing into Costco and Sam's. They got more Prismatic. 151. Somewhat seen some boxes, like collection boxes, Zapdos and Alakazam boxes here and there popping up in retailer stores. They're focusing on those sets. Destined Rivals is not the top of their priority, and this really reminds me. Let me go back to the other screen. This really reminds me of when everybody was talking about the reprints. Everybody had the secret details from distro about a reprint of Evolving Skies. And that reprint, the one reprint we got was so small that it did nothing to the market, and the other one was non-existent. It never came. And ever since then, Evolving Skies just kept moving forward and forward. I'm not saying that this Destined Rivals set is going to be capable of being in par with what Evolving Skies has done in the last several years, but I'm saying that it's the best out of Scarlet and Violet era. It is the best non-specialty set of the Scarlet and Violet era with the booster box that will do really good in the future, in several years to come. And a lot of people know this, and I think that plays a role as to why it has run up the way that it has. And that combined with Pokemon Company, I don't think it's looking at printing this set anytime soon or reprinting this set anytime soon. It's a 2-month-old set. It just came out. The cards, a lot of the cards are actually very cool, very sought after cards. You got the Mewtwo, the Moltres, and Nidoking. Great cards, great arts in that set. It is a very weird time right now to see a booster box with a 2-month-old set reaching $320. I mean, it took a while for a lot of the Sword and Shield booster boxes, the mid-tier boxes, to reach that point. It also doesn't help that distribution is pricing these boxes. If anybody's getting any leftover from the Wave 1 of booster boxes from the distro level, distribution is selling them for higher than MSRP. They're getting boxes like $180 to $200, and I've talked to several LGS owners in the local area. They've gotten, after release, they've gotten more Destined Rivals, but it's at a premium. And so that's causing a push up, an influx in price higher. And it seems like that's what they're trying to do, because we see it with the ETBs in local retailers. Walmart and Target now selling ETBs for $60. They're not $49.99 anymore. They're $60. Booster bundles are up in price. Collection boxes are going up in price. They're all pricing the boxes higher. I think this is an effort to, one, calm down the hype, and two, keep prices higher for longer to be able to stop people from buying and scalping, right? Or buying and reselling in the secondary market, which I think it will work, but it's going to take some time. So again, if you're picking up Destined Rivals at $320, be very mindful of what the potentials are. That's what the point of this video was, to show you both perspectives and share what I'm doing personally, what I've done personally with Destined Rivals. Hopefully things do get better here in the coming months, and let me know what you guys think about this set. Drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you picked up MSRP, if you're willing to pick up at the current prices. Let me know what you think about the set. I am really curious to see what you guys have to say. And as always, if you like this type of content, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It helps the algorithm. It helps the channel. It helps me continue to make this content for you guys. And as always, stay positive, keep your head up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.